we're picking a top laner into the Camille. And then the jungle pick needs to happen here.
Yep, Deft. Considering whether or not he wants to pick the Olaf or whichever top laner, as Gangplank is an option. They'd have a lot of damage with this comp and a lot of area control. It will mean that they peak a little bit later, because it's going to be locked in. So Camille versus Gangplank is going to be the choice from KT.
Always risky, a bit of a self-counter pick, but it controls space, and the Skarner has been available, but not being looked to. A bit out of position here, I would say, as a Skarner, but it is another champion that can interact with the Camille and potentially disengage a Hextech ultimatum. Seems like this is all about playing the side lane. So what I read in from this draft is,
wow,
okay,
neutralization.
The return of the Karma mid, an old pick for Crown. We'll go heavy damage on this in the past to try to have a secondary threat. But what I read for KT is it's about playing where the Gangplank isn't. The Weaver's Wall comes down, Skarner threatens the Impale, and you Gangplank ult behind. So it's still going to be about taking turrets early and then scaling into a teamfight team with no true frontline. Skarner and Rakan decent at the pick and also being frontliners, but not true tanks. Whereas KSV, they can get the Camille ahead, that will be big for them. Otherwise, a very good poke as Karma and Varus can play under turrets very safely. Karma does mean not much in terms of scaling, but it does make Taliyah very accountable. It's kind of like a different variant of the LeBlanc where it's safer, but not going to be as much hypermobility and damage on it. First time we're seeing the Karma in a long time. Definitely different take on the draft than some of the rollbacks we've seen in previous series.
Yeah, we've seen the Karma looked at a couple of times this season, but not to find too much success. Score, we're going to be looking at him to control this early game Gangplank lane, not going to have priority there. And the Xayah Rakan. Xayah, of course, lanes very, very well, but you're going to be waiting until that 3-item spike before the team fights are going to be really brutal out from Deft. But Marta, having the extra control with the Lovers duo is going to be something that KSV need to respect. We said that in the bottom lane, it's going to be largely about Marta's opponent. Okay, Crown could be in trouble. He's going to get stunned up by the Fracturer's Pawn. He comes down. Ambition is waiting here, but the teleport now going to come in from KSV. Pawn does cleanse out. You can see Score, he might have to flash as well, but in goes QV, grabs himself a first blood, and Smeb, he's coming from base, looking for Ambition, doesn't get the passive onto him though. He's waiting for some barrel shots, and somehow he's able to pick it up. The minions helping as in goes QV. Score's in trouble, but does at least manage to get the W down and keeps himself alive. And now Smeb turning the tables onto QV.
Fracture there actually stunned him up. Speaking of stuns.
Yeah, he's going to be able to eat some oranges. Score's going to run himself back around as well. And this is on a knife's edge. 1-for-1 so far. KSV 100 gold in the lead. But
things go. Because of the Karma mid, you have to be very accountable as Pawn. It's already into Smirk Trez to show respect. Score's speeding along.
Yeah, there's the Predator. They're just going to jump on top of Ambition, and Pawn grabs it just out of the way. And Impale is so good. Score, we were saying that he needs to be proactive in the early game. It's almost the first time that he's done anything pre-10 minutes to any great effect.
Doesn't seem like they were seen.
Did he get in there? Yes, Score's going to jump round. Impale not going to come down as Marta has to battle dance, trying to get himself out. Oh my goodness, gets the second one. Tactical sweep comes in, but no, the Impale, QV's under the turret and he's dead. Score grabs the kill. It's beautifully done, and Pawn even turns up at the most beautiful time.
Look at the Impale cancelled the Hextech ultimate for the Gangplank, certainly. Still waiting to see where Taliyah goes with the build. The Leandri's complete very early. Useful for poke. It's bot lane.
Yeah, in goes Marta. Cannon Barrage is there to help out as well. Another exhaust, but Featherstorm avoids the knock-up, and Ruler, he's going to go down. Deft grabs the kill. Core JJ could just follow. They're actually fighting this despite the teleport, which is cancelled. And now Pawn, he wants to grab the kill onto Core JJ. Flashes, he gets it all too easy. Score was even there with a Predator. They'll lock down this turret. That's going to be first blood on the turret Score. And man, KT are going to explode this game.
A very early Ardent Sensor doesn't provide much for the one-item Varus. He needs the Wit's End at least to start doing damage. So for one, much earlier than expected, KT are going to have control over this Mountain Drake.
Well, Score actually looking for the Impale. They try and pick something up. Chains of Corruption, a fantastic Score. He just explodes. Deft has to Featherstorm to escape this damage, as that's Ambition piling on top. Hextech Ultimatum, it's there as well as Marta. He's given up. He's heading for the hills, and there is a fight that they can win because KSV, they just won it.
Yeah, emphatically they say that I'm wrong because they just rush down in, and one person dies instantly. just no health at all, and they're going to turn it straight into a Baron attempt.
Yeah, and we mentioned the fact that this is where their power is. KSV, it's only just spawned. They should be able to get on top of it. And we weren't expecting this level of proactive play from this team.
Such a big start. Smeb's here with the barrels. We've seen that before.
Yep, not a cannon barrage available though, as it's down to about 3,000 health. And KT, there's no smite. This will go over to KSV. They'll get harassed a little bit, but otherwise everything's going to be fine. Ambition locks it in. KSV, they're still down 3,000 gold. But this is a huge deal now. The turrets will start to fall. Well, we're very close to Rabadon's for Crown. It's going to mean so much more for the rest of KSV. Get double duty with extra AP when you've got so much utility. In goes KT. They're looking for more cannon barrage on 4 members, but Ruler just gets rid of the Rakan, and we've got no auto attacks out of depth whatsoever in Ambition. He wants to follow it through. They pick up so much CC. It's a triple kill for Ruler, and he's just having a field day on his Varus today.
And Crown's just baiting again and again. They don't have the kills because Exhaust came down onto Deft and wasn't able in a line to take them down.
Would have taken almost his whole health bar from that one as QV looking for the flanking play. Hookshot flies forward as Marta not going to get hit by the ultimate, but Smeb, he's going to get caught out. Cannon barrage flies in, so at least he's doing some damage, but now KT, they don't want to find it. Ruler gets caught, but he also gets a double kill. And KSV, they just win every fight.
That's just front to back. Hookshot death, hookshot death. They turn on to Baron as well. Not going to really be a way to contest this. Not going to see a heroic smite steal from Score. Second Baron in the game goes the way of KSV.
Yep, 30 minutes in. They've got 2 dragons, one of them being a mountain, so helping them out with this one. They got coordinated backs relatively as Ambition is going to look to get some. Able to do such ridiculous things on this Varus pick. Understanding the variables, getting the work done, and now KSV are pushing forward, and they know exactly what's going on. Cannon barrage up towards the top side. Smeb will at least survive. Tower does a whole bunch of work. Pawn should be able to grab this, but the Hextech ultimatum does come down. Oh no, he's not going to be able to do it. That's the solo, all too easy from QV. Build him up, knock him down. KSV are going to take down the inhibitor as well. The bottom inhibitor also went down. KSV are so set up to win this game. It's 35 minutes in approximately. And KSV should be able to break the base in every position.
Never bet against a Camille.
Like, for some reason, emotionally, KSV understand how to take down KT. They never worry that anything's over.
When it matters. And it does matter for KSV here. They want to guarantee playoffs. KT Rolster with a victory, a guaranteed playoffs. It's not looking like.
Well, Featherstorm is going to be used to dodge out of the way of the ultimate from Ambition, but he's still moving forward. Ruler, gigantic shields, as you can see. More banners, more super creeps, and more likelihood that KSV are going to win the fight. Underneath Nexus turrets, who cares? Ruler grabs kill number 1. Can he grab number 2 as QV? Just Hextech ultimatum comes in. It's the tower falling down. It's a Braum grabbing the kill, but look at that. The Nexus just melts. And KSV upset KT in this final game of the series.
Such a big win for the side of KSV. They roar back into contention. People counted them out. Where were the world champions? I hadn't seen the last couple of weeks, Atlas, but they're back emphatically when it matters. They are now deep into the top 5, and that allows them some relative safety. They will not be a team to miss playoffs. One of these teams will have to. Rocks Tigers have been struggling. SK Telecom have been struggling. There can only be 5. KT Rolster still likely to be there, still only 1 match victory away from guaranteeing the spot, but it will not happen today, and they will continue to need to fight next week to guarantee their spot in the playoffs.
Yeah, and I remember you talking to me earlier this morning, Papa, you were saying that you could feel it in the water. There was a churning going on. Everything looks like a KT victory today, and that's probably why KSV are going to win. And look, I didn't feel it. I felt like KT, they had it in the bag. They had a patch that was going to work out for them, but KSV, they have the secret stuff. They drank it after game number 1. Coach has said something real beautiful to this team. They turned on their world championship form, and they are pretty much locked towards that top 4 position now. They've pulled that